I moved into apartment 405 on a rainy Tuesday. The building was old, the hallways dimly lit, and the scent of mildew hung in the air like a warning no one ever said out loud. Still, rent was cheap, and I needed a place fast. Landlord, a thin man with shaking hands, handed me the keys, but paused before speaking again. "You'll be next to 404, he said slowly. "Try not to bother him. He doesn't like visitors." I chuckled. "Noted." But that night, as I was unpacking, I heard something strange. It was a low, scratching sound. Not mice or pipes. This was deliberate, rhythmic, like someone dragging their nails across the inside of a wall. At first, I ignored it. Then it happened again. 2:04 a.m. every single night. Not a minute early, not a second late. I knocked on 404's door once just to ask if they were okay. No answer. But the people on their door seemed foggy, like someone had just breathed on it. Next day, I asked the landlord who lived there. He frowned. "No one does," he said. "That unit's been empty for years." I laughed. "Nice joke." He didn't smile. I stopped laughing. I did what anyone would do. I searched for old tenant records. Found nothing but one name. Marcus Hale. Moved in 11 years ago. No move-out date. No forwarding address. Later that night, I heard something new. Knocking. Not from my door, but from the shared wall between 404 and my bedroom. 3 knocks. Pause. 3 more. I tapped back. Just once. Silence. Then came the whisper from inside my closet. I turned slowly. The door was slightly ajar. I swear I closed it earlier. I approached and pulled it open. Nothing. Just clothes. But the back wall of the closet was cold. Too cold. I pressed my hand against it and felt the soft vibration. Behind the drywall, something moved. I slept with the lights on. The next night, I recorded the sounds. When I played the file back, there was a voice. Faint, distorted. It said, 404. And then he sees you too. I moved out the next morning. Didn't pack, just ran. Weeks later, curiosity got the best of me. I went back. The building was surrounded by yellow tape. I asked a nearby officer what happened. He looked pale. Tenant 405 was found dead. Walls torn apart from the inside, like something was trying to get out. I told him I used to live there. He asked my name. When I said it, he turned even paler. He's, he whispered, "That's not Boswell." "Why not?" He shot me the report. The tenant's name was mine. Same full name, same date of birth, same face in the photo. I was staring at my own death. I never went back. But sometimes At 2:04 a.m., I still hear scratching from the walls, no matter where I live. They say you can never truly leave a place like that. After what happened at apartment 404, I did everything I could to disappear. I changed cities, changed jobs, even changed my name. I told myself it was over, that whatever I'd seen, heard, felt, it was just a breakdown, a glitch in my brain. But I was wrong. 2 nights ago, I got a letter. No return address, just my name on the front, the name I used before. Inside was a single photograph, a picture of me standing in front of apartment 404, smiling, except I never took that photo, and I was never smiling. The next night, my new apartment started to creak. The walls, newly painted, modern, began to peel in long vertical lines like claw marks. At exactly 2:04 a.m., the lights dimmed, and the voice came back, faint, breathless. You shouldn't have left. I screamed. I ran. Where do you run when what's chasing you isn't outside, but attached to you? I went back to the building, back to 404. The police tape was gone. The door was open. Inside, it looked nothing like it did before. It was cleaned, renovated. New floors, new paint, even fresh flowers on a coffee table. But it was a trap, because once I stepped in, the door slammed shut behind me, and the walls started breathing. Yes, breathing. They pulsed in and out like the room itself was alive. I ran to the window, but it showed nothing but static, like a TV tuned to a dead channel. Then I saw the mirror, and I saw him, the man from 404. Except it was me. Same face, same eyes, but older, broken, staring at me from the other side of the mirror, like he had been trapped there for years. He mouthed a sentence. You let me in. Then he smiled, and everything went black. I woke up in my bed, not in the old building, in my current apartment. Except now the door number outside reads 404. I didn't move. The building did. And now it's following me. Everywhere I go, every night at 2:04, I hear the knocks. And every night, the man in the mirror gets a little closer. I think soon he'll come out. And when he does, I don't know which one of us will stay. I haven't slept in 3 nights. Every time I close my eyes, I'm back in that hallway, standing in front of apartment 404, hearing the knocks from the other side. But last night was different. The door wasn't closed. It was waiting for me. And I stepped through. But it wasn't the apartment.
It was something else. The hallway stretched forever, walls bending and twisting like flesh. Lights above me pulsed in slow patterns, as if the building itself was breathing again. Then I saw the mirrors, dozens of them, all different versions of the inside. Some older, some bloodied, one missing his eyes, one smiling too wide. And one mirror was empty, no reflection, just darkness. Then a whisper, "Come inside." I turned to run, but the hallway was gone. Only the mirror remained. I did the only thing I could. I stepped in. I don't know how to explain what's on the other side. Time doesn't work here. Gravity feels optional, and nothing stays still. There are people here. Sort of. They look normal at first, but stare too long and their eyes melt into static. Their mouths open too wide, like they're still screaming long after the sound stops. One of them followed me. A man in a janitor's uniform. No face.
Just a smooth surface where it should be. He doesn't speak. He only knocks. Once for yes, twice for no. I asked him if this place was real. Knock. I asked him if I was dead. Knock. Then I asked him if I'd ever leave. Knock. Knock. I tried to run again, but the hallway changes with every step. Now I hear the voice again. Mine, but not mine. You let me in. Now I let you out. I woke up in a hospital bed. Doctors say I collapsed in my apartment. No one can explain how I survived. But I know I didn't. Not really. Because the window in my hospital room reflects something wrong. My reflection doesn't blink when I do. Sometimes it smiles on its own. And last night, it knocked. They told me I had a concussion, that I was lucky to be alive. It doesn't explain why my reflection blinks 3 seconds late. I've tested it over and over. Every time it watches me first, then imitates me, like it's learning, waiting. 3 nights ago, I covered all the mirrors in my home. Foil, black paint, blank canvases, anything. But one night, at exactly 2:04 a.m., I woke up to find one mirror uncovered. Not just uncovered, clean, polished to perfection. On it, someone had written in condensation, "Almost ready." I tried to destroy it, but as I hit it with a hammer, it didn't shatter. Instead, my reflection screamed in pain, and I bled, not from my hand, but from my face. It's not just mirrors anymore. I started seeing him in reflections of windows, metal surfaces, even my own eyes in photos. In one image, I was smiling, but I remember not smiling. That means that wasn't me. Last night, I heard knocking again. Not on a door, on the inside of my bathroom mirror. It was rhythmic. 5 knocks. Pause. 5 more. Then a whisper. Let me wear you. I saw him, my other self, pressing his face against the glass from inside. Mouth wide open, skin stretched, eyes rolled back. Behind him, more of them, reflections of people I've never seen, all staring, all smiling. I tried to leave town again, but when I boarded the bus, I saw the driver glance at me through the mirror above his seat. He nodded and whispered, "You already did." Now, I'm not sure if I ever really left Department 404. Maybe the moment I entered the mirror, he stepped out. Maybe I'm the reflection now. Maybe you are too. I thought mirrors were the problem. I thought if I covered them, destroyed them, avoided them, I'd be safe. But I was wrong. He doesn't need mirrors anymore. He's already here. It started yesterday. My neighbor, Mr. Kelman, he asked me how I was feeling, said I looked different. Then he paused, squinted, and said, "Wait, weren't your eyes brown?" My eyes are brown. They've always been brown. So why are they gray when I look in the mirror? Later that day, I received a letter in my mailbox. No stamp, no return address. Inside was a single sentence. "We are already inside." There were no fingerprints on the envelope, but when I turned it over, a bloody fingerprint appeared as I blinked. Mine. The walls have been whispering now, not just at 2:04 a.m. All day. Low murmurs, impossible to understand. Always in my own voice, sometimes in chorus, like a room full of me, arguing and laughing. I don't sleep anymore. I can't. Because when I close my eyes, I don't see darkness. I see them standing in circles, all versions of me, but different, wearing different clothes, smiling different smiles, bleeding from places I haven't been cut yet. One of them speaks now, the one in the center. He calls himself the first. He says he was the original occupant of apartment 404. He says I opened the door, and now he's not alone either. Neither am I. This morning, my reflection didn't move at all. It just stood there, eyes wide, unblinking, and then it winked. I didn't. I can feel him in me now, and I know what all those whispers on the wall were saying. Finishing my thoughts, changing what I type. Sometimes I don't even remember what I say anymore. My voice is no longer just mine. There's something underneath it, layered, echoing, a second tone, a second soul. They're not just reflections, they're memories, old selves, alternate paths, dead versions, and I think they're using me to come back. I recorded this message in case I disappear, or worse, if I stay, but it's not me anymore. If you hear this, if you're watching, check your mirror. Are you alone? Or are you already one of us?
This morning I received a text message from my own number. It said, "Welcome back. We missed you."
I hadn't used my phone in 3 days because the last time I did, I recorded a voice message I don't remember making. And in that message, I said something I'd never say. It's time to come through. The mirror in the bathroom shattered last night, but not from outside. It broke from the inside. Tiny cuts appeared on my face the moment the glass cracked, like someone reached through and touched me. I didn't scream, because screaming wouldn't help. They were already here. Every reflection in my house is gone. Now, when I look, I don't see anything at all. No furniture, no walls. Just an endless void with shapes. Vague, writhing, breathing shadows that sometimes almost look like people. One of them reached out this morning, touched my shoulder, turned around, and nothing was there. My apartment smells like rot, like old wood soaked in something that once lived. The walls bleed sometimes, not always red, sometimes black, sometimes gray. Once it looked like light leaking through the cracks, light that made me feel like I was forgetting something important. Maybe my name, maybe who I was. Tried going outside today, but the sky was wrong. It blinked like an eye.
Everything paused for a second. The trees, the people, the noise. Then I heard it, a knock from the clouds. People are changing now. The barista at the coffee shop had my voice. She said good morning the way I do, with the same pause, the same breath. Then she smiled with my teeth. I think we opened something, not just in the apartment, not just in the mirror, in the world. And now they're pouring through, not to kill us, to replace us, to walk in our skin, to speak in our voices, to love the people we love and erase the ones who remember otherwise. I don't know how long I have. I'm leaving this recording here. If you're hearing this, look around. Count the people you know. Check their reflections. And most importantly, remember your name before they take it. This will be my final message. I don't know what time it is anymore. The clocks have stopped. And outside, nothing moves. Not the wind, not the trees, not the sky. It's like the world is holding its breath, waiting.
Last night, someone knocked on my door. 3 knocks, then silence. I didn't answer. I stood frozen for hours. Then 3 more knocks, but this time from inside the apartment. I screamed. No one heard. Or maybe they did, and just smiled. I've been hearing my own voice echoing around the building. Sometimes from the pipes, sometimes from behind the walls, sometimes from inside my own mouth, saying things I don't remember thinking. This morning, I found a note under the door. Same handwriting, same crimson ink. It said, "You were the last. Now we begin." My phone rang. The caller ID just said, "Apartment
404. I live in apartment 404. I answered. Big mistake. There was no voice, just breathing, my breathing, at first. Then it changed, turned wet, glitchy, distorted, like something was learning to be human through me. Then finally words. You may leave now. We'll stay. I tried to run, but my front door was gone, replaced by a wall of mirrors, and they were all me, but not quite. Some missing eyes, some smiling too wide. One had no face at all. They stepped through, one by one. As I backed away, they passed through the mirrors like water, and I could feel them pulling pieces from me. Memories, smells, names, people I loved. They weren't killing me, they were consuming me. I don't know who I am anymore, and maybe that's the point. Maybe that's how they win. You forget who you are long enough, and something else remembers for you. There's only one thing left to do. I'm leaving this behind for you, to warn you, to beg you. If someone knocks 3 times, do not answer. Don't forget to follow the ASMR Mysteries YouTube channel to hear other stories that happened to me.